Hey, what's good, everybody? So, I got another video for y'all. Hope you guys will enjoy this one because we're going to be talking about, just kind of reviewing some of the free expansion pack demos that are offered by MPCsamples.com. And then we'll check out one that's by standalone.com as well. But before we get into this, I'm going to ask that you please like and subscribe. You know, um, Leave a comment as well. Some ideas. Give me some ideas of some things that you guys would like to talk about regarding the MPC. So the MPCsamples.com. Now they've been around for years. As a matter of fact, they put out the MPC Bible back when the revision one of the MPC Live and MPC X came out. MPC 2 .11, I believe it was. The firmware was out at the time. So, but they actually have a new MPC Bible out, and it's pretty dope. And actually, I'm going to do another video to kind of cover that a little bit as well. But as far as this one here, they have like a lot of free demos. And I just went ham and downloaded like a gang of those. And I want to just kind of go through some of these and listen to them with you guys and see, is there anything in here that's of interest that would actually, make me want to go out and actually buy the full versions of these expansions. And let's have that conversation. All right. The the demos I'm going to cover from MPCsamples.com, I'm going to go over the analog synth Odyssey and the MPC DX7, the MPC Orchestral, the MPC Acoustic Guitar, and the MPC Synth Bundle. And then the last one, which is by standalone.com, is the Synth Wave. So obviously these are going to be like scaled down versions of their full blown versions, but it's like, hey, I look at it like this. Me personally, there's a ton of people out there that are making, or organizations and companies making expansion packs and whatnot. So my attitude is like, hey, if you want me to spend my hard-earned money on your expansion pack, there needs to be something there, right? So because otherwise, I can gather up a bunch of free either I can gather up a bunch of free expansion packs and just modify them, tweak them and stuff, and just kind of, tweak them to my taste and just go from there, or just go and make my own sounds, whatnot, but I know there's a lot of you guys that y'all don't have the time to be sitting here trying to figure out sound creation and whatnot. And you just kind of want to, hey, fire up the MPC and then just get busy. So with that being said, we're going to start off with analog synth and go through these sounds and just kind of, go from there. All right. So I'm already loaded up in here. See it's in here under analog synth Odyssey free edition. All right. So that's the first one. It's the J60 Erie. Huh. So they got a few different basses here. Let me go back to this. Yeah, let me check out this OB Dirty. I want to pull this one up real quick. I want to see just how low this thing can go. Huh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's hitting pretty low. Huh. I wonder if they got the pitch wheel. Oh yeah. And the mod wheel. So that's actually kind of cool because what I've noticed is, I've checked out some other demo versions of some synth expansion packs, and and it's crazy. It's like they're lazy with it. Like they don't map out the mod wheel or the modulation As a matter of fact, let's go in here and take a look, see what they're doing here. Okay, yeah. So they got the pitch bend, the mod in there, but they got that pitch bend all the way at 100. Me personally, I would put that at like 16 because that's like extreme. See, to me, that's more playable. Yep. But that OB dirty, man, that is like that's legit. Okay, so no effects in there. LFO is so they got just a little bit of LFO. There's no sync, sine wave. All right, cool. All right. I like it. I like it. You know, like I said, the only thing I would change on this here, but this is something I can go in and do myself, is that, you know, that level of that pitch bend. All right, so let's go in here. Ooh. Huh. That's kind of rich. Yeah, that's real rich. Okay. Huh. Okay. You know what? Let me pull up a chord progression so we can also check some of these out. All right. Well, let's go on to the next one here. Okay. Okay. Huh. That sounds interesting. Okay, so this one, I noticed that mod is at 16. Yeah, so this one they set to 16. I wonder what happened on that first one. I like this. I like it. 2600 organ. Okay. Oh. That. I like that. I like that. Okay. So, right, one of the things I'm noticing is like some of these are coming in really hot. Now, when I load them up, hold on, that's the old one. Let's load that up. Yeah, I like that. Okay, okay. And then if I wanted to, let's say, throw, what would be a good one? Nice delay ping pong. Oh, it didn't load. There it is. Okay. So yeah, these so these sounds are actually some good starting points, and could be, allow you to jump off to do some other interesting things, especially if you get in here and start, messing around with the LFOs and the envelopes. The other thing too, I'm just now learning about is this guy right here, this legacy button. Pressing that seems to open up a lot more other features in the MPC 3.0 software. And I am really geeked about trying to like go dig in here and figure out like, okay, well, how do I actually make this stuff, put this to use? Key group stack. Oh man. Yeah. So this they just went really advanced with the 3.0 software on this, but if you're not ready for it, like me, keep that joint in legacy mode and just keep it pushing, and then just kind of set aside some time to, just dig in there and, and start exploring. All right, let's get down to the next one. All right, so that's it really. So, you got a handful of sounds, basses, strings, some plucks and pads, synth stuff. So let's see, what's the next one? The DX7 should be in here. MPC DX7. MPC DX7. Where are you? There it is. Oh, speaking of the MPC Bible, so if you go and purchase the MPC Bible 3.0, it's going to come with a drum kit and some instruments. It's not a lot, but I think it's just basically enough for you to go through the lessons, because there's some tutorials and stuff like that's in there, and that's what these are for. Okay, MPC DX7. Let's check this out. Bumble. Okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So that's synthetic. DX7 is known for it's electronic pianos back in the day, and this sounds great. This orange EP. Oh man, I gotta load that up real quick. Yeah, I'm just. That's this. I like this. So it looks like they multi-sampled it. So yeah, so they definitely did some multi-samples on here. Well, they definitely got a little bit more complex than I've seen some other companies do when putting together key groups. Multi-samples is definitely the way to go, you know, to just to capture all the different nuances when you're playing. See, like when I hit it, that is a different sample being triggered than that, you know, and it's just a matter of different velocities in there. All right, so that raindrop. Oh yeah, see, these are catching my attention. This DX7. So let's go in here. See what else we got. Abductor. Let me load that one up real quick. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay. Got a nice little percussive sound there. Got a pluck. Yeah, you sound good. Hmm. Load that up real quick. And it doesn't seem to take very long for these to load up either. Nice. Okay. Yeah. I'm digging that one. Gentle strings. Joyful strings, huh? Man, this MPC DX7 is like got me like, okay, maybe I might want to check out like the full blown joint. All right. So let's check out the orchestra next. All right. So let's see what we got. It's only let me load up that brass trumpet real quick. I'm just curious. Yeah, it sounds like they got some multi sampling going on in there. Okay, so that's the brass trumpet, cello. I don't know about this orchestra, this MPC orchestra. I'd rather leave that up to like I would play something out as a reference track and then turn around and use like pull up something in contact to fill that role. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling the MPC Orchestral here. The synths, especially that DX7, is like ridiculous. All right, let's check out the Synth Bundle. Hmm. Let me go back to that. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, so these are like pretty nice. Yes. Yeah, some of these are pretty nice. So let me see. I'm gonna read off the website real quick. So they got this. It was on sale. I'm sorry, it was selling for 129.96, and they dropped it down to 77.97. Um, so it says here, stunning collection of over 700 multi-sampled analog and digital synth programs. All right, so there's 700 programs in the full-blown version. Let's see here. Contains 704 multi-sampled analog and digital synth programs from our best-selling MPC expansions. Let's see, the source, MPC analog, Kane Drive analog synths, and Sonkel, with sounds multi-sampled from the classic hardware synths, including the Jupiter 8, Model D, the MS-20, Spectral Audio Neptune 2, Waldorf Pulse, and the Arturia Mini Brute 2. All right, so right off the rip, it's not going to have the DX7 in this one here. So if you like the sound of that DX7, you're going to have to get that one separate. But that's what's in this one here. As a matter of fact, what's in there? DX7. Um, All right. So, oh, yes. All right. So that DX7 actually runs 24.49, and it was regularly priced at 34.99. So now this one is saying it's going to be instrument stunning blend of of the DX7 combining. Okay. I'm trying to see like how many programs is in here. More than a simple sampled instrument combines. Blah, blah, blah. So, there it is. So there's 121 key groups for basically $25. I'm getting this one. Yeah, this one I'm getting. I'm getting this one. Yeah, I'm adding that one to my cart because that DX7 was just sweet to me. It sounded real sweet to me. All right, we're gonna keep it moving, and let's see what else we got on here. The acoustic guitar. Where's that guy at? Acoustic guitar. Where are you at? Yeah, I may have passed him by. There he is. All right, so there's only one steel string guitar up in here, and I'm sure this is just a demo version, just like the other ones as well. All right, let's see. What's that about? I don't know what that's about, but I loaded it up. We're going to see. That actually sounds pretty decent. So if I were to throw a little strum on that, yeah, like space the notes out a little bit. Yeah, I think that would sound pretty decent, But yeah, they only give us one to check out, and that's the steel strings. Me personally, I'm more partial to nylon, but yeah. All right, let's see. Synth Bundle, we already covered that one. Yep. Okay, so that's going to be it for the MPCsamples.com. Let's check out this Synth Wave. All right. So Synth Wave is by standalone.com, and let's check this out here. I don't know if y'all can hear that kind of yeah, there's that noise in there. It's like yeah, it's not as pronounced there. Like I can hear it in there, especially on the G funk. All right, let's see how low. I'm gonna load up one of these. Let's see how low this goes, how it feels. Damn, they could this thing sounds kind of low. Okay. Yeah, so I'm hearing it's like, like that analog hiss in the background, and it's almost as if, like they had as they were, like maybe they had a gate on there. Um they had it going through a gate or something to control some of that noise or just something, but um I don't know if that's inherent from what, if like did they actually sample these from the original hardware, or or did they just kind of like get a bunch of samples from somewhere and then just kind of just said, okay, you know what, we got these samples, we're going to go ahead and just create some key groups, so I don't know exactly what's going on in there, but I don't know. It's like these sounds are not grabbing me and don't seem to be as rich and deep and full as the ones from the from MPCSamples.com. Let me load this one up. Like just from loading it up, it just seems a little low. And if we were to go back to, let's go back to the DX7. Let's load this one up. See, this just, see, I can barely hear the analog, that analog hiss. It's nowhere near as pronounced as in the other ones. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. You guys tell me what you're hearing, but my personal opinion, I'm definitely going to stick with the MPCSamples.com, joints, and I'm getting that DX7. I'm definitely getting that DX7. So other than that, though, hey, like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about some of these sounds, and if you guys happen to be able to, want to recommend some other key group expansion packs, hey, drop it in there. All right.